Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Velero community meeting. Today is July 20th, 2021. If you have any status updates or anything that you want to talk about, please add them in here. But with that, let's start with some status updates. Bridget.
Hi, everyone. So this morning, I finished the 1.6.2 release. So that is now available. That includes some security fixes that were found in some of the Kubernetes API libraries. So please upgrade. I still have a few more follow-up tasks to do following this release. We need to upgrade the plugins to use this new version as well. So I started on that last week, and then Scott pointed out that I would need to do it again once we'd actually release 1.6.2. So I will make a start on that today and get that out. That won't take very long. Other than that, so tomorrow I'm going to be pairing with Fong on getting some of the plugin versioning work done. He's already may have started that, which is great. Apologies for not being as involved there as I hoped I would be able to, just a few other things going on. So I'm looking forward to getting being able to contribute to that work. And then the other thing that is kind of top of mind for me is I need to review the PR from Genting, which upgrades the CRDs to V1. So we'll get that in, and then I think we'll be doing another patch release shortly once that's merged, and then that will allow Velero to work with Kubernetes 1.22. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on this week. I'm sure other things will pop up, but mostly just those few things, and also trying to catch up on PR review as well. And that's it for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Bridget. Any questions or comments for Bridget? Any questions or comments regarding the minor release here? All right. So quick update from me. We had our first community meeting in Beijing, in the Beijing time zone last week. Went really well. We had a lot of really good discussions around different topics. So super happy. Thank you everyone who joined in. Really happy to see everyone able to join in during that time. So yeah, really nice. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today is our new maintainers. So last week, after the community meeting last week, Bridget here nominated Wenkai Yin and Daniel Young to become maintainers. And that was approved and merged according to our governance structure as well. So thank you and welcome Daniel and Wenkai to the maintainer team here in Velero. Does anyone have any? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, it's really great to have them on board. So there was PR from Daniel. He's put up some work for the Velero debug work, and Wenkai's been making really great progress on the ET testing this week. So I think there'll be lots of fun things to share from him soon.
And on the community meeting last week, we also introduced Dan Fong, who will be focusing on testing for Velero. So she will do a lot of end-to-end testing work and making that work even better within Velero. So really excited and looking forward to that. All right. Does anyone have any other status updates or any questions? Anything that they would like to bring up on today's community meeting?
I just said a quick thing. Talking to Dylan about this earlier, kind of relates to the end-to-end testing you mentioned. One thing I realized, right now we have a few end-to-end testing, not a whole bunch, and we have a PR from one of the people on our group to add some end-to-end test around namespaces to make sure annotations are included. And one thing I'm realizing is that right now there's not a clear path around what's the best way to add a new test, how to integrate it into existing tests. And I see kind of as we're adding new tests, that's a great thing. You know, more tests is better than fewer. So this is a problem we don't have yet, but there's a risk, I think, if we're not careful, of getting to the point where the tests are very disorganized and haphazard, and it's really unclear how to figure out what goes where, how to add a new test. We may need to put some thought around, you know, how to organize those and how to approach, you know, adding new tests and where they could go and all that. So I just figured I'd mention that.
Yeah, it's a really good point, Scott. I think that's something that we've been kind of aware of, especially as well as we want to add more configuration options as well to the tests. Adding more command line flags is going to get very unwieldy very quickly. I do have some thoughts around that area, but maybe this is something I'll bring it up with some of the new maintainers who are going to be focusing on ET tests, and then maybe we can come up with like a design or something just to like put it in to have some documented guidance on adding new tests. But that's a really good point.
Yeah, I'd actually commented on one of the PRs I reviewed about that. You know, I don't want this to inhibit adding things now because there aren't that many tests. So, you know, it's fine to just add things now, but when we do put those guidelines in place, we may want to shovel tests around at that point. I mean, getting to the point where it's disorganized and it's hard to find things, in one sense is good. It means we have more tests, but then we need to actually fix that and, you know, get that in place.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll take that as an action item then to bring that to the other team members, and hopefully we can chat about it in the next community meeting.
Okay.
Sounds good. Any other discussion topics from anyone? All right, then we're going to dive into shout outs. We got one shout out here. This is for Jay Sabash DevMain, who did a fix for the installed Velero flag for the end-to-end tests. So this is great. Thank you so much, Jay. Really appreciate it. So with that, short meeting today. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a fantastic rest of the week, everyone, and see you all on Slack.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yep, bye.